Okay. Shh. Hey, everyone. I know everybody's waiting for me in the other video, but I can't seem to get that video going. So I'm going to see if this works and comes out. All right. So, it only shows one person on here. So I'm just going to kind of get started and see if maybe I can get people over. I'm going to switch over and see. So it says that I'm live. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this, but we're going to try. Oh, yay. There you are. Hi, Laurie Joe. Hi, Irma. How are you? Hi, Carol. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to give it a second so people will know to come over here. But I've missed you all. I heard that you're missing me. I'm so happy about that. I'm delighted that you find some use out of these videos. And so I'm very glad that you're patient with me too. So thank you very much as I learn. So today I thought that we would work on this project. Now, some of you have seen this before. In fact, Gail Miller said that I accomplished the impossible, which I really didn't. I was just trying something out. But we did this last Friday, and I just felt like I could do it better. And so I wanted to do it better. So what I did was I took a Dollar Tree cookie sheet. So there's the Dollar Tree cookie sheet. And I painted a couple of them and I left one blank. So I thought I would check out how this would work. Now, know that I am not the best painter in the world. Oh, good. I'm so glad that the sound and the video are good. But I'm not the best painter in the world. I'm going to get better, I think, because I really feel like I need to add that aspect into the video. So what I did was I took this is chalk paint, and I chose the sheepskin color, which is number 5. It's from Folk Art. It's number 50661. And I got a chip brush. This is actually a 2-inch chip brush, and it's old. So after the video, I'm going to go out and buy some more brushes. I was thinking like a 1-inch chip brush would be good, but some of the smaller brushes that they sell at the craft store just weren't going to do it. So what I basically did was last night, I painted this all with this chalk paint, and I let it dry, and you can see it's actually kind of a little bit thicker. So I thought what we would do is we would try this on the painted and on the not painted. So as Gail pointed out, this is actually a non-stick coating. By the way, these are from Dollar Tree. They can be picked up for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. There's also a pizza pan. And last night I was dreaming about all the things we could do with a pizza pan. So I want to get to the store today and get a little bit more colors because I think this is an acrylic paint. And I don't know, Santo said he's going to take me to the Home Depot and we're going to get some wood and we're going to do some painting. So hopefully that will work out. So that's just so that you know. Now you can do this. We found out on Friday you can do this plain. And so we're going to try that as well. I'm not going to cut anything today because my machine's over there. I actually lent out my Explore 3 to my neighbor so she could cut out her Christmas cards. And she needed to cut out a bunch, like 150 Christmas cards. So I lent her a couple of machines. So she had 3 machines going. But I haven't gotten them back because Owen needs to go down there and pick them up. So this is what I cut. I cut with Smart Iron on my Maker 3. So I'm not going to show you how to cut this out, but this project is available in Design Space, and I cut it out in both glitter and regular. So there's the regular iron-on. It's the cutest little thing, and it says Mrs. Claus's Old-Fashioned Gingerbread Bakery, cookies, cakes, and breads, Santa's favorites, made fresh daily. And I thought, this is perfect. And this would look like a really good sign, don't you think? If you hung it up. Now, some people have different ideas on how to hang it up, so I'm going to think about that. So we're not going to kind of finish it up today, but I wanted to show you the Explore Easy Press 3. I'm sorry, I called it Explore. The Easy Press 3 today, and talk about that because a lot of people probably got that for Christmas, so they might be interested in learning how to do it. So less focus on the cutting and more focus on the pressing. So this is the Easy Press 3. Now there are, there are 3 different versions of the Easy Press. There's the original version, there's the Easy Press 2, and then there's this, the Easy Press 3. And the difference between the 2 and the 3, or the original and the 3, is that this has its own app. Okay, it has its own app, which we're going to access here on my iPad. So we're going to look for the app, and if you haven't downloaded it yet, I'm going to show you where you can go to download it. Let's see. Let me just go over here. I'm going to choose apps, and then I am going to search for Cricut, and it's called the Heat app. So Cricut Heat. Okay, so there it is, Cricut Heat. I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to hit open. And here it is. I've got hair everywhere, sorry. So here it is, there it is. And I have to sign in if I want to use this. Why I've got so much hair on my iPad. Okay, so I'm going to sign in. If you've never signed into a Cricut app before, you will be prompted to create an account. But I've already got one, so I'm going to type in my email, which this is my personal email, and then my password. And the password is the same throughout all of the apps, and also on their website, which I think is pretty cool. So let's hit return and see what happens. Woo! Okay, so I have to allow Bluetooth because this is done by Bluetooth. So I'm going to say, yeah, I allow that, and I'm going to allow the use of it. And if this is a brand new first time you're going to do it, you would have to do a setup. But I believe, no, I don't. So this is good. So I'm going to set up a new heat press. So I choose that, and here it is, Easy Press 3. I'm going to hit connect. All right. So it's connecting via Bluetooth to this machine. So I'm going to hit I agree and activate it. And now what it's doing is heating up. You see how it is orangey red here? That means it's not yet done. Now, what we'll do here is we're going to figure out, I don't want to skip this practice project, okay? So what we're going to figure out is we're going to do start a new project. So we do start a new project. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated for this project because I'm not sure. We're going to choose the transfer material, which in this case, we'll choose the everyday iron-on. We can choose it as smart iron-on. I think it's basically the same. And here is where we get, okay, what are we going to iron it onto? Now, we're going to iron this on metal, and we don't have a choice for metal here. Maybe they'll add it, I don't know. But for right now, we have to sort of choose what we're going to do. So what I would like to try is wood. Okay? And I'm also going to have my Cricut pressing mat, which is right here. And we're going to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to hit next. And what you'll see is it's going to transfer. Let's do this. The settings are 300 degrees, preheat for 5 seconds, press for 45 seconds, and then peel cool. All right. So we're going to try this. It's you know, it's a new thing. So I've sent the settings to the machine. You see it's 300 degrees, 5 seconds as a preheat. So let's get our surface. And this is an experiment. And if I don't do it right, you'll learn. You know, if I don't get it right, you'll learn how I did it. So here is my painted one. Let me put these other ones aside. And I'm going to use this heat pad because if I did this straight on here, all that heat would transfer to my surface. And in this case, I use these self-healing mats, and they tend to warp. So you do want to have something like this or a towel to sort of pull up the to see the to pull that up. Okay, so let's do this one first. Now I've already weeded it. I'll show you how you weed them because I have an extra one. But I also do this, and I take, because I have a lot of dogs and hair and everything, pigs and guinea pigs actually. And the hair just flies around in my house. So this is what I do to my actual cutout so that some of the hair will get off of there, hopefully all of it, right? And what we're going to do is take our heated up, and I hope it's gonna fit. Oh no, is it gonna fit? Oh my God, it's not gonna fit. Oh yes, it fits. Okay, yay, it fits. Oh, okay, but you have to really work it. All right, there you go. Just like that. I'm gonna hit the go, and it is just doing the preheat, okay? So we need to put it in sideways. That's good to know. All right, then we're going to take our design, and I'm gonna use this. This is a strong grip tape, if I can get it going, because now that I know I need to move it around a little bit, I want it to stay put. So here is my strong grip heat resistant tape, and I am going to cut it into a few pieces. Let's leave this here. Let's put it on like this, and we'll put the tape on there. I hadn't thought about the size. If you are using a small thing that has like the lip. You could use the Easy Press Mini for it, which is what I did with the other one. So let's see. Let's put this here and here. All right, now it's ready. I see a hair though. I see a hair, but it's not underneath. So that's gonna work out okay. All right, we're ready to press. We're gonna do it for 45 seconds. It's all heated up. And now I'm going to put it in sideways. I need to make sure it fits all the way in there. There we go. Is that in there? All right, then I hit the button. And now you'll notice that my Easy Press is not over the entire thing. So I'm going to have to do this twice, which I don't think is so bad. So I'm actually pressing down more than I normally do because there is that lip. But you need to be careful because this is going to get super hot right here, okay? So I'm pressing down, and then when the 45 seconds is up, I'm going to do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And yeah, the small Easy Press, remember those small Easy Presses? Yeah. So let's do this again. I don't know if it's going to work. You know, I'm going to rush over and get my mini press. I don't know if it's going to work, so we'll put in the Easy Press 2, the Easy Press Mini. Let's do that because it's not seeming to get on the surface. So let me plug this in. Hold on, I hope I don't lose you. Where do I plug it in? Over here, over here. Let me move this. Gonna plug it in over here. Okay, well, there we go. All right, so here we go. So we did it, and it seems like it's sticking a little bit, but not all the way. So let us go and get the mini on. We put it on, I put it on 2 because I was thinking that might work there. But you can check the heat press guide, which is over on the internet. Where is the internet? Cricut heat guide. So here's the heat guide. We're going to choose the mini. We're going to choose Smart Iron-On, and the base material has no metal, so we're going to choose wood. And yes, it is the 2. And it says for 40 seconds. So let's wait until it heats up, and then we'll start pressing it. What a bummer. Here I was thinking, oh, I'm going to show you a brand new machine. All right, I'll turn that one off. And let us go in with this one as soon as it heats up. And see how that comes out. I think this would look really good with black, but I had this red and I wanted to show you. So this is also this is the glitter version. So let's go in and we're going to just slide this around and make sure we get all of those very detailed things. I'm afraid it might cause the pan to sort of crinkle a little bit, but we'll try it. We did it on Friday, And so we could do it again. And remember, if you're going to use tape, make sure you use the heat resistant tape. And there you go. It's working. I think it's working. So we'll just keep moving this around because now 45 seconds is a long time. And so we need to get the entire thing. So think of that. When you think 45 seconds, it's not just boom, 45 seconds. You know, you have to think the entire thing needs to be pressed down. And that's what we're doing here. And see how that goes. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. We did here. It was really nice, so cozy and lovely. Mom was here for the first time in a long time. Last year I had COVID, so I was unable. All of our plans got ruined because of the COVID. So this was the first year that we had everybody together for, well, not everybody. My sister Annette hadn't come down yet. She's coming down later from New Hampshire. I think she said she was going to try to make it. So hopefully that'll be good. And of course we had tons of food, and we listened to music, and we talked, and it was just a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun. Good, not like plugged in fun. And that was fun. Opened all of our presents. Mom was really super surprised. I gave her one of those Alexa Echo things so that she can just say, Alexa, turn on, you know, or play music. She likes music, but she didn't have like a music place. So I'm just going to have her, you know, say, Alexa, play Christmas music or whatever kind of music, easy listening. We'll find out a channel for her and she can listen to it. That's about all that she can sort of do is, you know, watch TV, listen to music. And then I provide her with her meals, and she takes care of my guinea pig. So she was pretty happy. And Owen, my Owen, or Mo as we call him, Mo or O, he was very happy with all his gifts. He got all like a good selection of different things, and he was really happy about it. So I was glad to see that. He's not exactly a Christmas lover. It used to be like kind of overwhelming for him when he was little, and he still takes a really long time to open up his gifts. Like he has to like look at them all individually, which is great. You know, it's not like just like clawing through all the gifts, but he always takes so long. And what happened when he was younger was I used to save some for different times. And so like I would give him one on Christmas Eve and one in the early morning before anybody was awake, you know, that sort of thing. And so he still is, hey, it's working. He's still sort of doing that with me, you know, on Christmas Eve, on the 23rd. So Christmas Eve, he's like, can I open a present? And I'm like, yeah, but not the big one. And he was like, oh, okay. And so he opened something. He really liked it. And then on Christmas Eve, he's like, can I open another present? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be fine. I don't think it's caught on here. So let's try putting a little more heat over here. That wasn't because of the tape. I just didn't focus on here. So this week, hopefully my sister can come over from New Hampshire, and that would be real nice if she could. And we were thinking about going up there for New Year's, but I don't know. Mostly we wanted to go up there for the snow. Now my older sister, Teresa, she won't go up past Franconia Notch, which is basically a sort of like in the middle of the White Mountains. If you look on a map, Franconia Notch is sort of like the peak on the highway anyway for New Hampshire, and she feels like it's got its own weather. It does. And so she's a little bit afraid, even though she has four-wheel drive. She's a little bit afraid to drive in the snow. So it does tend to sort of get a little like a squall up there. So I get her point. But we were thinking about driving up there. Maybe we'll do it in the February vacation. So we have a February vacation that's coming up in February. Now I am going to just focus on these little pieces up here. Wow, 18 grandchildren. Oh my gosh, Belinda, that's funny. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say the ALEXA name, or it will get. I know we all had our, like we all had our phone watches, and also, we have iPads, and so we were getting confused ourselves, calling, like, going, "Hey Siri," because if you do "Hey Siri," it will see, it shows up. These watches are pretty cool. I am learning how to use them. Mostly I'm using them for my health stuff. So I started off as, they want you to walk like 10,000 steps a day. They said that's what every person should be able to do a day. So I went and I downloaded this pedometer. Oops. Okay, let me just do this. So I downloaded this pedometer app, and this is really motivating me. I've already walked half a mile this morning. So I've been getting to like the 3,000 mark, which is not a lot, but for me, because I've been relatively sedentary, it's really a good motivator, especially now when I'm in the middle of cancer treatment. I want to get back to exercising more, and I think there's actually a swim app that you can have, and I would love to be able to do that with my swimming. So this is lifting a little bit, but it's, for the most part, I think it's sticking. Let's see. No, that's sticking. It's lifting. So we just have to be patient with this, I think. But I think it's going to work. And I think if you decorate it, somebody suggested putting some paper gingerbreads here. I thought that was cool. But also you could put some greenery here. And as far as the holder, you can just take and flip it and add some twine there. Maybe even red and white twine for Christmas. I don't know. But I just wanted to try this out and see how it goes. I'm disappointed that my big one, maybe, they don't make a smaller one except for this. So let's see how this goes. So this is iron-on vinyl. This is what we're using right now, is this. So this is the Smart Iron-On. Remember now that the Smart Iron-On, is only cuttable without a mat for the Maker 3, the Explorer 3, or they also have Smart Iron-On for the Joy. So if you got a Joy, we're going to be doing some Joy crafts this week. So if you got a Joy, you will be able to see how to do some things. We're going to do a project with the Joy app, so that you guys can get a feel for that. Maybe we'll do some New Year's cards. I haven't quite mapped out the entire week yet. I usually do, but I kind of, I'm like, okay, what do I focus on now? Valentine's Day? I usually do like new, just getting to know your machines. And then also, what's the other thing I do? Calendars. And there's no calendars. Yeah, Joy Crafts. I thought that we would do Joy Crafts. I think a lot of people got Joys this year. I might be wrong. All right, so I am peeling this off, and it looks like it's stuck. Whoop, I got a little bit right here, so I'm gonna heat that right there. And surprisingly, this doesn't get terribly hot. I thought it would. Now, I couldn't, if you got an auto press, which is the ginormous, beautiful, you couldn't do the auto press on this because of the lip that it has. So this is the only one that's going to work on. So if you happen to be going out shopping and you head to the Dollar Tree or a similar store, I think Dollar Trees are across the nation and in Canada, but if you can't get to that one, I'm sure they have it at like Dollar General or whatever the other Dollar Tree type, the $1 store or whatever. The dollar store. It doesn't have to be Dollar Tree, I guess is what I'm getting at. And you can pick these up for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And I painted these, if you came in late, I painted a couple of them with chalk paint. This is by Folk Art Chalk Paint using a chip brush. And so I think I'm going to sort of foray into that. Also, Santos said he would take me to the Home Depot. Now, I do not go to the Home Depot alone because I find it a little bit frustrating. It's way too big. So he's going to take me there. I don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow, but we're going to get some wood there, and I will give you like what I buy, and we'll make some signs with the wood that we get. So we'll be doing some porch signs too coming up, and it'll be fun. We'll have fun. So if you're new to me, you might be going, okay, but where do I win? Because we had our winner for December just last week, and that was Lori Joe. I think she's on today. You did? Okay, Loretta. Like, I don't know why they're not doing a calendar. They've done calendars every year since they've had Design Space, but I don't know why there's no calendars. It's really weird. I mean, it's like, you know, they always used to add their own images. They're not just, I hope they're not just going to rely on the contributing artist program, because that wouldn't be so much fun. Like, I like the contributing artists, but I don't like that I can't look them up using the image set lookup. All right, let's see. How is this gonna come out? I'm realizing now I'm doing this upside down. But over here it's a little bit problematic. Let's see how it's coming off up here. So far, so good. All right, let's move this. So I'm peeling it, and by peeling it, I'm just kind of rolling it like this, so that if I have a problem, like right here, see that part is sort of lifting up, I'm going to be able to fix it before it's been ruined. That's a little bit off, but you know what? I don't think anybody's going to notice that one little bit. All right, let's see if that works. Nope. Give it a few more seconds. So anyway, I was talking about the giveaway. So next month, which is January, which is next week, we'll be doing yet another giveaway. We do them every month, and we are giving away Cricut Maker 3 bundles with a learning plan every month. I will be giving that away. It's $700 retail value. And it's easy to enter. You're just going to follow me on YouTube, and then you would just enter your name into the contest in the link. It's not live right now, but it's something I'm going to work on this week. And we'll run it for a couple of weeks. And then we'll see who the winner is in January. It's looking real nice. Now I see a few little things, and I also see some of my, look at some of my paint lifted. Interesting to know. Interesting to know that. So maybe we're better off doing it on the non-painted surface. I don't know. We'll try that next. So Gail's saying shouldn't have the strength in her hands and wrist to the easy press. I agree. I think that the Cricut auto press is a great way to get around those issues because you don't have to do a lot of pressing. All of the auto press, like its name, it's auto pressing. So it automatically does the pressing and the heating at the same time. All right. How is this going to come out? My A right here is still problematic because of not because of the press, but because look over here, I can press it down with my fingers. All right. And then I just peel. I'm doing it very slowly because I want to make sure it's all on there. And I do think it is. There's one little place over here that I might want to do a little bit here. No? So let's get the other one, the silver one, the non-painted one out. And let's try the glitter version of this. Let's see if this is done. Yeah, it's done. Kind of cool. I'm not too happy with this, but it's kind of cool, don't you think? I maybe put it on a little bit crooked. I'll remember that for the next one. Okay, so the next one up is this one. It is the glitter. And I'll show you the box so you know which one I'm doing. Smart Iron-On. And this is red glitter. Okay. And let's go ahead and get our tape. We've already learned our lesson about the larger Easy Press. So we want to make sure this is lined up down here. Like that. Yeah, that works. Also, if you're new to this format, this is great because there's a chat going on and you learn a lot from the chat, I think. And you get to meet some really fantastic people. So I'm going to encourage you to say hello, say where you're from. There's people all over that are on the chat and they're happy to... okay, what did Sarah say? Maybe if you sealed it with Mod Podge. All right, let me try that. I'll try that overnight. I'll seal it with Mod Podge on the other one that I painted. So I painted 2 of these. And this one here I did plain on Friday when we did the show on Friday. So there you go. I checked in with my friend Wendy. She had a very lovely Christmas and she's taking a few days off so that she can rest and recover. Oh my gosh, she was going so fast and furious throughout the holidays. And if you don't know that story, I do a lot of things for the city, or with other city organizations and businesses. And last week, was it last week? The 17th or something of December, so a little over a week ago, I was Mrs. Claus at the Santa breakfast, and we had a great time. And then the week before that, I was I was a Who from Whoville, and the Grinch came to visit us for breakfast. That was a really good time, and we did videos and we did crafts. So I'm just going to give a little plug to my friend Wendy, who it worked so hard, and her name of our company is called Create and Escape, and it's in downtown Peabody across from the Peabody Public Library. And she's worked so hard. Okay. Her and Pasquale, she has other like employees, but it's mostly just her and Pasquale, and she's the one who does all the planning and everything. Pasquale is just the resident creative director. He's an artist, so that's what he does. So she does all the planning and preparing for these events. Good year, I think, and she feels like she accomplished a couple of things. Last year, I had met with her, and okay, can we not bark? Last year, I met with her in and actually met a few of you, Shelley Hetherington and Deborah DeChecha, came to visit me live at her store. And we had a fun just sit and chat, like meet the artist kind of a thing. And if anybody has an interest in that in the new year, I think that would be fun. I would love to like record it. I'm also going to resurrect my website this year. This time of year, I don't know if you guys do the same thing, but this time of year, I always think about, okay, how was my year? What did I accomplish this year? What did I do this year? What were the pain points, as they say? And what could I have done better? I'd have to say for me this year, my pain points was technology. And I really need to work on the technology a little bit more than just coming on. And you saw that this morning because I don't understand it all that well. And so I want to I'm going to actually work with the Peabody TV people, and hopefully we can put together our podcast as we were discussing, and that will be a lot of fun. I'd love it if you could come and listen to the podcast. We're going to make it more of a local interest kind of thing instead of crafts, but this channel will stay crafts. So one of the things that I learned this year too is that you guys are interested in other types of craft, not just Cricut craft, I should say you guys. I say some people on YouTube, because I did remember when I did the blanket, that hand knit blanket using just your hands, no needles. That was actually my best video of the year. I had so many people watching that video, and people who never knew me. So I'm going to try to venture out a little bit and do things with some of the materials that I have, such as stamps, ink, embossing. I also have that Anna Griffin Empress, which I haven't yet played around with too much. I did a little bit, but I want to do a little bit more because, Cricut is great, and I love this company. Love this company, but it doesn't solve all your problems. There's this is going to take a little bit longer, I think. So Bren is okay. Yeah. Bren, had cancer like I do. Hers wasn't metastatic, but I think right now her husband's having a little bit of health issues, and so she's been taking care of him. I do talk to her on a regular basis, and she misses everybody. And I hope she's back soon. I hope her husband does okay. Because it's tough, you know. Um, Keeping in good health as you get older is a tough job. It's a job. It really is a job, don't you guys think? Wheelchair basketball? Really, Erin? Uh, yeah, she was kind of like, oh well, I don't want people to know because I don't want people to fuss, but I think she'd be okay with me. What are you chewing on, dog? With me telling you just that much. And she appreciates the prayers. So keep them coming. I won't get my scans until the middle of January, but I am really hoping that after 6 months of regular, so I take, so if you've not ever known this about me, I have metastatic breast cancer. That has metastatic means that it's moved to another place from my breast to another place, and it has moved to my spine, mostly like in my iliac. That's what they call it, an iliac. That's the place that looks kind of like a butterfly bone, like the bone looks like a butterfly, or it's like shaped. And so I have been in treatment for 6 months, and I'm hoping that it has worked. So when I get my scans in January, I hope that my cancer's shrinking or going the other way. But I'll tell you, I'm a little nervous about possibly it not working and what happens after that. So I'll keep you guys informed on that. And what about New Year's? What are you guys doing on New Year's? I know we've done a Zoom on New Year's in the last 2 years. I'm not sure if everybody wants to do that. Oh, Erin, you represented our country in the 92 Paralympics? Wow. Yeah, the iliac is part of your pelvic bone. So basically where your hip, like the socket moves around, it's this bone. That's called the iliac. So and I do have some pain, but I had wicked pain, wicked pain when I first found out. And this is my second bout with cancer. And I know a lot of you have been through it either with a loved one or yourself. And so I appreciate all of the information that you guys give me. Metastatic, it's scary, the metastatic breast cancer, but my feeling is, look, I'm going to be, who knows how long we're all going to, no one knows how long they're going to be on this earth. So my viewpoint has changed quite a bit to be, this might be my last whatever. And so let's make it the best, that sort of thing. Like, don't stop planning and stuff. But this, just kind of make the best of every single day. And that's what I've been doing the last few months. And I think it's great because let's say I didn't take that opportunity and I did, become incapacitated somehow, then I wouldn't have accomplished things that I've always wanted to do. So in 2023, next year, I want to get my passport, and then I can start traveling. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to England. And where else? I've been just about every state in the Union, but not... I've been to Canada as well and overseas as well, but never went to England, and I really want to go. I would have loved to have gone for the Jubilee that was just last year before the Queen passed, but just kind of want to see it. Ireland, Scotland. Uh, I have family in Italy. My mother's family was from Canada, and I think it was Prince Edward Island, which is where our friend Dorothy lives. But I don't know that we'd be able to find other people. I'd have to look for it. All right, let's see. Yeah. So I don't know, which one are you guys going to like the most? The unpainted, which is this, or the painted, which is this? I don't know. Which one do you like better? I think they're both pretty cool. I like the gingerbread sparkles. I love to use the glitter because I think the glitter's just so much fun. And it's without, if you put glitter on something plain, it really does make it sort of pop. You like the painted? Some people saying they like the painted. I love the glitter too. Yeah, so the next one, the last one, I'm going to try the painted with the glitter. But, so we have, I'm going to have 4 of these. I don't know if I can mail these. I would give them away. I think I'll just give them away to someone locally. I think that would be fun. And then, speaking of the giveaways, so if you're new, I do also do giveaways where I give away the stuff that I make on the show. The only thing that I'm really bad at is following through on it. I make all the stuff, I get all the emails, and then I get behind on it. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I think this looks fabulous. Oh, the A is coming up. All right, let's go back and do the A. I also want to do iron-on wood, because I think that's fun, and I've showed you guys how to do that, and we've done the auto press. We've used the auto press for that. So maybe we'll do iron-on wood for the joy. Let's do that. I'll make a joy sign that's iron-on. Maybe let it snow or something like that. I made one for my sister last year that said, "Welcome to our neck of the woods." My sister lives in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, which is way up. It's right on the Canadian border. And they get so much snow there. It's like the snowmobiling capital of New England. And even though, she doesn't really, I think she does, but she's not a sport kind of person. She's more utilitarian kind of. So she would use her ATV to go from one place to the other. So maybe in the wintertime she uses the snowmobile. I know the kids use the snowmobile. And that's really fun because all the stores and stuff, the restaurants, you can actually drive right on up to in your snowmobile. And they have trails all throughout the city. Oops. It's not really a city, it's a town, right? But they have trails everywhere. So if you want to go to the grocery store, you just take your snowmobile and you drive it right up to the grocery store. Or if you want to have, and there's a couple of grocery stores, nothing major, but they do have a couple of grocery stores. And they have some restaurants and stuff. And this is not my deal. I'm not that interested in that, but I know Owen is. So we're going to try to get up there while there's still snow up there so Owen can practice and try that out. Wow. This one's my favorite, I think, guys. So let's have a look at these that we did. So we had this one, which I did rather slapdash, and I could see that I have dog hairs stuck to it. And this one I did with a little more care, but I also see a dog hair here. So what do you do about that? So let me show you what I do when I accidentally, if this is the right one. So I don't know where my True Control knife is. How is that possible? But I would take my True Control knife. I don't have one. And I have like, oh wait, do I have one down here? I do! Okay, hold on. True Control knife. Let's open this up. If you guys don't have one of these, you really got to look into them because they are really good. I usually have like 6 or 7 of them laying around. So if you have a little bit something that gets stuck, and in my case, it's a hair from my dog, is I get my True Control knife and I don't try to pull it out. I just try to like cut it on both sides. By pulling it out, I was afraid that I would mess up the design. So there is how I do that. And I'm seeing here under this this cakes is kind of crooked, so I'm going to fix that. Whoops. All right, now where did it go? Oh man. Well, I can leave it like that too. Oh no, here it is. Come on now. Don't misbehave. And then this week also, I need to clean my studio. Oh my gosh, you guys. You got to see it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And what happened was when we were working on the back, or when Santo was working on the, what do you call it? The backyard where we put, not the backyard, the back of the house. I call it my mud room. When Santo was doing my mud room, he moved everything to the den. I don't know why. The den, maybe it was Teresa that did it. I don't know. It's pet glitter. I know, right? Right. It's all an adventure. That's what life is. It's an adventure. It's an exciting adventure. You learn how to do things like take care of yourself and take care of others and, you know, set goals and try to reach them, that sort of thing. If you stop making it an adventure, it becomes sort of tedious, doesn't it? And if you're ever in that place where it feels tedious, then it's time to reevaluate. And it's sort of like what I did with my life. My son is autistic, so and I'm a single mom, so I was able to live at home and with him thanks for the help of a couple of local programs. And now that he's grown up and he's taking care of himself, then I have sort of transitioned to this role. And I've got to say, this is probably the most fun I've ever had at a job. It's not really a job, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, at doing something, and it's a lot of fun. I get to meet a lot of people, and I just really enjoy doing it. And I'm glad you guys come along for the ride because it's a lot of fun, and you meet a lot of really great people. Okay, so Connie's asking me about the tools in the weeding kit. So the weeding kit actually is this one here, and this is one of the tools. It comes with a weeder. It comes with a really like a regular knife like this, and then one weeder that's really it's one that has like a hook on it and one that's just straight. And that's what you get with the True Control. This was just a True Control knife, which, as you guys know, they have in all kinds of sales over at Cricket, and you should check it out. Now, as far as this image goes, I found this. Let's go to my iPad. I found this image in Cricut Design Space. Hope you don't mind if I'm going a little over. Okay, and under under this, so I did plus, which is a new project, and then I went to images, and under images I just wrote in gingerbread search. And I came up with, after all the gingerbread people, I found these images. It's getting so that there's just so many images and just not enough time. So I saw this one, I thought that looked really cool, but I didn't have any like brown to make the gingerbread. I had a dark brown, but not a medium brown. So that was kind of, I'll have to do those next year. And I went to Yvonne's channel on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Yvonne is one of my followers, and she has her own channel, and she showed how to make these with smart paper sticker, which was pretty cool. And let's see. So then I saw this and I thought, that's pretty interesting. So I put a little boop, a little save image there. And then I found this one and I'm like, that's the one I want. So I put that into my design space. And I took a look at it and I saw, oh, this one says cookie cakes, pastries, bread, and muffins. This one just says cookie cakes and breads. So that means let's go back to images, and let's see where we are here. So that one's similar, but it's not quite the exact one. So let's have a look. Okay. So this one is probably the one I used. Yeah, it's by Diva Watts Designs. I'm going to add it to my design space. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so this is the one I actually used, not this one. Although I could have used this one, but I didn't. So then what I decided to do was measure the inside here. Okay, and I did that fairly simply. Let me just show you. And I just did sort of like a rough estimate, but I took my pan and then I put where this part is on that blue line, and then I kind of went over. Well, I can do it actually over here on this line. And then I counted the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is a 9 by 13 inch pan, which I can do over here. Yep. See, 9 by 13 inches. So I cut this out using, I think I did it 11 by 7, but let me double check. So then you would just, by the way, if you wanted to resize it, you would go to Edit, Unlock, and then you can either type in a width, or you can just use your finger, or if you use a pencil or stylus, you can just make it a different size. So the width is a 9 by 13, so I'm going to use 11.5 inches. Right? And then the height is going to be 7.5. How about that? Now, it's small. It looks small, but it is the correct size. So you can just do this little pinching and it shows you how it is. And then when I went to hit make it, before I do that, I would have to go back and change my machine, make sure, because I think the last time I used this, I thought it was using the Joy, but make sure your machine selection is correct, which is the Cricut Maker, and go back to my canvas, and then I would hit make it, Now, this is on Smart Material, so I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to change the material load type. So go here and do without the mat. And while I'm here, I'm going to mirror it because it's iron on. Okay, important to mirror it. So there it is. And then I would hit next. And look, there's my maker. I'm going to connect to my maker. And then here is where I would pick the material. So go to all materials, and you'll see here at the top it says all, favorites, or compatible. So I'm going to use compatible. Okay, so I'm going to choose smart iron on, or how about with the glitter? Smart iron on glitter. Here it is. That's under artboard. That's weird. Okay, so we're going to choose that one. You see, and it tells you, make sure that your material, so let me just show you with this material, when you get this box of material, you're going to actually cut on the ugly side, okay? This is the pretty side. This is the ugly side. You're going to put this in your machine or on the mat this way, okay? And it is going to cut out, that's why we mirror it. It's going to cut this whole thing out, and then from there, what you have to do is you have to weed it. So here is one that I did, just to kind of give you an idea of what the weeding is. So you would just take it up from one of the corners like this and start to peel it away. You see? Isn't that great? All right. Bye, Deb. Bye, Bab. So that's going to do it for today. I know you guys are, a lot of you have the day off and everything, and so do I, but I want to get prepared. I usually use my days to get prepared for the next day and the next day. And that's what we'll do. And I also need to set up the next giveaway, so I'm going to do that. And I have to work on getting all the giveaways that I promised out the door, including our weekly giveaway to somebody that follows me in Design Space. And by the way, you can see like your profile in Design Space on your iPad. So let's cancel out of this. And you'll be like, Rita, what are you talking about? Okay, so go to the home page. This is your home page, and scroll, and you'll see something that says recent community projects. You can hit see more, and it's going to give you the whole community. Look at how that is. And you can participate in this. So easy. So you would just go ahead and if you want to look for me, you can just type in Miss Rita, or even just Rita, and it will come up. If you see it says Miss Rita to the rescue, that's me. And you'll see here, there's Leslie, a project she did based on something I did. Here's a project Dawn did based on something I did. And here is a project that Christiana did. And she did that engraving on her maker. And so you'll see, look at this. I did this project, but apparently they, whoever that was, might have mentioned me. There's Diana Crespo, and there's Loretta. Look, there's Loretta's gingerbread ornaments. Aren't they adorable? And Sherry, there's Sherry's thing. So if you want to follow me in the community, just click on my name, and there will be a little thing here that says follow. And you can see over 600 of my projects. Isn't that great? These are all my projects that I made free using mostly just Design Space images and fonts. And there's 600 projects that I am not going to charge you a cent for. So before you go off and buy an SVG, check out the community. You can probably find it in Design Space. All right, everybody. We'll see you again. We'll see you again tomorrow. I think we're going to do something with the joy tomorrow, but I'll let you know. And I'm glad to hear that it worked out okay here on just YouTube. I think I'm going to try that until I can get my Restream software. Okay? So we'll talk to you all later. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have